Welcome to English Weaver, everyone, and thank you for joining our channel today. We are about to embark on a journey that will reignite your passion for English listening and shadowing, so please subscribe for more inspiring lessons. I still recall a morning when I sat with my coffee and my English textbook, pressing play on a podcast with a hollow feeling inside, as if the magic had vanished, and every sentence felt like a weight. Those familiar voices, once rich and vibrant, now sounded flat and uninspiring. I realized I had lost the emotional spark that had once driven me to learn, and I felt a deep sense of frustration. It was in that very moment I understood that mastering vocabulary and grammar alone could not sustain my enthusiasm. I needed to reconnect with my heart to rediscover the joy of language. The problem was clear. Without an emotional bond, English becomes just another task on a to-do list. We risk losing our momentum and missing out on experiences that matter. Imagine listening to your favorite song in English and feeling the lyrics stir your soul. That is the power of emotional connection, a force that transforms routine practice into an exhilarating adventure. Today, we will explore how to breathe life back into your English learning by tapping into your emotions, crafting moments of genuine excitement that resonate long after you close your textbook. By the end of this session, you will understand why feeling joy, curiosity, and even nostalgia can be the key to falling in love with English again, and you will be ready to take the first step. As we dive deeper, remember that your relationship with language is not just intellectual, it is profoundly human. Let us awaken the storyteller within and let emotion guide our journey. Ready to revive your enthusiasm and rediscover why you started learning English in the first place? Let us begin this story of transformation, where passion leads the way. When we learn a new language strictly through textbooks and drills, we often miss the spark that ignites our passion, and study sessions become mechanical rather than engaging, reducing our motivation over time. Emotional engagement creates a bridge between our inner world and the words we hear, making phrases resonate deeply and transforming rote memorization into lived experience. Research shows that learners who feel joy, curiosity, or even gentle nostalgia while listening progress faster and retain vocabulary longer than those who study devoid of feeling. Without emotional hooks, our brains treat new words as disposable data, and the language we strive to master remains disconnected from our identity and daily life. Imagine encountering a touching story in English that reminds you of a cherished memory, and suddenly, every sentence carries weight, stirring empathy and fueling your desire to understand. That emotional charge primes us for deeper learning, as our brains link language structures with personal meaning, creating neural pathways that strengthen recall. On the other hand, lack of emotional resonance leads to boredom and burnout, causing many learners to abandon their goals despite initial enthusiasm. Think of how a song can evoke joy or melancholy. Similar emotional triggers in language learning turn each listening exercise into a moment of genuine connection. When we feel connected, we are more likely to immerse ourselves in English media, to shadow native speakers, to seek out conversations, all driven by authentic curiosity. Furthermore, emotional connection enhances our confidence, because we no longer view English as an exam requirement, but as a living medium for self-expression. This shift from obligation to passion transforms daily practice from a task into a rewarding ritual, encouraging consistent effort and accelerating fluency. Conversely, ignoring emotion risks stagnation. Even advanced learners can plateau when they lose sight of why they began, trapped in tedious reviews rather than joyful exploration. Emotional engagement also promotes resilience. When challenges arise, feelings of excitement and purpose sustain us, making difficult passages feel like puzzles to solve rather than burdens. In contrast, without emotional investment, frustration can cascade quickly, leading to self-doubt and the dangerous belief that English is beyond our reach. The benefits of rekindled passion extend beyond language skills. Improved self-esteem, increased cultural understanding, and a richer sense of global community all follow. When we connect emotionally, we learn to celebrate small victories, understanding a lyric, catching a nuance in dialogue, and these moments become fuel for further progress. On the flip side, ignoring emotional factors makes us vulnerable to discouragement, and we may skip lessons or avoid challenging content, slowing our journey. By recognizing these stakes, we understand that building emotional bonds with English is not optional but fundamental to sustained achievement and enjoyment. In short, cultivating feeling is the secret ingredient that transforms passive listening into active engagement, motivating us to push past obstacles and grow. Embracing emotion in our study routine enriches every encounter with English, inspiring perseverance, deepening comprehension, and making learning a true delight. This is why our next steps focus on practical strategies to ignite passion, ensuring that every phrase you hear resonates with meaning and fuels your love for English. But first, acknowledging the consequences of emotional detachment underscores the urgency of reconnecting with what truly moves us. When English feels distant, it's our heart that needs rekindling more than our minds, because language thrives where feelings flourish. Recognizing how emotion shapes memory and motivation allows us to craft a personalized learning approach, one that aligns with our interests and values. Ultimately, our ability to fall in love with English again depends on inviting feelings back into the process, transforming study into an immersive, inspiring experience. By valuing emotional resonance as highly as accuracy, we create a balanced approach where language proficiency grows hand in hand with personal fulfillment. As we continue, remember that each emotional insight we harness will directly impact your ability to connect, comprehend, and communicate with confidence. Neglecting this aspect risks reducing English to a lifeless code, whereas embracing it breathes vitality into every conversation, text, and song. It is this living connection that turns language from a challenge into a celebration, and from a duty into an act of self-discovery. With this understanding of why emotion matters, we are ready to explore practical methods that will reignite your passion for English and transform your learning journey. To rekindle your passion, begin by selecting English content that resonates deeply, whether a moving film clip or an uplifting song, so you instantly feel drawn into the emotion behind each word. Embrace shadowing. Play a brief audio excerpt, then repeat aloud immediately, mirroring tone, rhythm, and energy. Imagine you are the speaker, letting genuine feeling pour into every phrase. For example, take the opening line of your favorite film. Listen to a heartfelt plea, then echo it with the same vulnerability, noticing how emotion enhances pronunciation and memory. Next, craft personal stories in English. Recall a joyful memory and narrate it in detail, infusing your voice with excitement, laughter, or nostalgia, creating an intimate link between language and life. Record yourself telling this story, then listen back, identifying moments where genuine feeling shines through, and refine your delivery to deepen authenticity and engagement. Incorporate emotional journaling. Write a short diary entry in English about something meaningful, such as a recent success or challenge, using vivid descriptions to evoke feelings. When you read your entry aloud, focus on expressing the emotion behind each sentence, noticing how genuine sentiment improves your fluency and connection to the words. Establish a soundtrack of powerful English songs that stir you, perhaps an anthem of hope or a ballad of reflection. Learn the lyrics by heart, then sing along to solidify emotional bonds. Use voice acting scripts from plays or podcasts. Choose a character whose emotions mirror yours and perform their lines, experimenting with volume and pace to convey intensity. If a scene makes you laugh, exaggerate your delivery. If it evokes sadness, soften your tone. This playful exploration trains both your voice and your emotional sensitivity. To expand your toolkit, employ visualization. Before listening, close your eyes and imagine the scene, placing yourself in the setting, and let that mental image color your interpretation. For instance, picture a rainy street in London as you listen to a dialogue set there, feeling the chill and solitude, which amplifies emotional resonance and comprehension. Integrate emotional vocabulary. Compile a list of feeling words, joyful, anxious, nostalgic, and practice weaving them into sentences about your experiences, enriching both expression and understanding. Create flashcards that pair each emotion word with a personal anecdote, then practice speaking or writing about that moment, reinforcing both the term and the genuine feeling behind it. Engage in role play with a partner. Choose a scenario, such as comforting a friend in distress, and act it out in English, focusing on sincere intonation and empathy to heighten realism. If alone, imagine both roles, switching voices and perspectives, allowing you to explore different emotional angles and deepen your grasp of conversational subtleties. To challenge yourself, transcribe a compelling speech or TED Talk, then perform it from memory, channeling the original speaker's enthusiasm or conviction while adding your personal flair. Notice how embodying another's passion elevates your own. This technique forges empathy and strengthens mnemonic connections. Incorporate storytelling apps or language platforms with emotionally driven narratives, selecting modules that revolve around love, loss, or adventure to maintain high engagement. Set a feelings calendar. Assign each day an emotion theme, curiosity on Monday, gratitude on Tuesday, and consume or produce content in English that evokes that specific feeling. On Gratitude Day, for example, write a video script thanking someone in English, then record and share it, relishing the warmth of appreciation as you speak. Combine movement with expression. Stand up while delivering lines, using gestures to embody emotions, which helps anchor both language and feeling in your body and mind. Practice with mirror work. Deliver emotionally charged sentences in front of a mirror, observing facial expressions and posture, refining authenticity until your reflection reflects true sentiment. For deeper immersion, create a living diary video series. Film brief emotional narratives in English about daily highs and lows, building a personal archive of heartfelt practice. Invite feedback by sharing these videos with friends or language partners, asking them to note moments of strong emotional impact and adjusting your delivery accordingly. Leverage digital tools offering AI-driven emotional coaching, where you speak aloud and receive real-time suggestions on tone and pacing, optimizing both clarity and emotional depth. Supplement with literature. Read short stories rich in feeling, then summarize them aloud in English, capturing the author's emotional arc and reinforcing comprehension through personal retelling. Pair reading with soundtrack creation. Select or compose background music that matches the mood of each story segment, playing it softly as you narrate to deepen the immersive effect. Cultivate curiosity by exploring topics outside your comfort zone, mystery, science fiction, or historical drama, allowing fresh emotional landscapes to invigorate your learning. Each new genre provides unique feeling triggers, from suspense to wonder, which maintain high engagement and drive continued exploration. Finally, build a ritual around your emotional practice. Begin each session with a brief mindfulness exercise, centering your attention on feelings before diving into language. By consciously opening to emotion first, you prime your brain to link language with sentiment, ensuring that every subsequent exercise resonates at a deeper level. These strategies combine to create a dynamic, emotionally charged routine, transforming passive study into an engaging performance that nurtures both skill and passion. As you integrate these techniques, observe how your relationship with English shifts from obligation to heartfelt expression, enriching every moment of listening, speaking, and shadowing. To begin, pinpoint common hurdles like time constraints, wavering motivation, or distraction, which can erode emotional engagement and derail your language journey. When you face a busy schedule, carving even 10 minutes for focused listening may feel impossible, and without emotion, it quickly slips away. To overcome this, integrate bite-sized emotional moments, such as a brief song clip during a coffee break, ensuring feelings stay present. Another challenge arises when content feels repetitive, leading to boredom. Hearing the same structure without novelty kills excitement. Counter this by rotating materials, exploring new genres or speakers weekly, maintaining freshness and emotional surprise. Feelings of self-consciousness can also block authentic expression, as fear of sounding imperfect stifles enthusiasm. Address this by embracing imperfection, celebrating raw recordings, and viewing mistakes as heartfelt steps toward growth. Isolation can impede progress, as lack of supportive peers makes emotional practice lonely and unsustainable. Build a community by joining online groups or local meetups, sharing emotional journaling or shadowing sessions together. Without clear goals, even passionate learners can lose direction and emotional momentum. Develop a roadmap with milestones tied to feelings, like celebrating the first time you recite a poem with genuine warmth. When burnout strikes, you may feel drained and avoid practice entirely, cutting off emotional flow. Introduce deliberate rest days focused on reflecting on progress and emotions, preventing exhaustion and renewing purpose. Overwhelm from too many techniques can scatter your focus and dilute emotional impact. Simplify your plan by selecting 2 key strategies to practice each week, ensuring depth rather than surface level. Inconsistent feedback can also leave you unsure whether your emotional efforts resonate. Seek constructive critique from a friend or tutor, providing guidance on both accuracy and emotional delivery. Tracking progress solely by word counts neglects emotional growth and satisfaction. Add qualitative markers to your checklist, such as moments you felt proud or moved during a session. Lacking accountability often causes emotional practice to fade into the background. Establish accountability by scheduling sessions with a partner or posting progress updates in a language journal. When obstacles feel insurmountable, it is easy to postpone practice indefinitely. Combat this by applying the 2-minute rule, committing to 2 minutes of emotional listening or shadowing to overcome inertia. To ensure lasting change, map out a timeline of emotional goals. Month 1 focused on joy, Month 2 on curiosity, Month 3 on empathy. Use a simple checklist each day. Choose content, set an emotion focus, practice shadowing, and reflect on feelings for a moment. Mark completed tasks with a check and a brief note on how you felt, reinforcing both discipline and emotional awareness. Incorporate reminders in your calendar titled "With Emotions, Gratitude Practice" or "Excitement Listening" to prompt daily engagement. Create a visual roadmap displayed where you study, linking emotional milestones with dates and inspiring quotes. For accountability, pair with a learning buddy, exchanging weekly reflections on emotional highs and lows in English practice. Celebrate achievements with small rewards. A favorite treat after a week of consistent emotional journaling strengthens positive association. Finally, view challenges as invitations to adapt your plan, remaining flexible and compassionate with yourself when emotions ebb and flow. By following this targeted checklist and roadmap, you empower yourself to maintain emotional connection and progress steadily in your English journey. As we reach the end of this journey, remember the power of genuine feeling in learning, because emotion transforms each word into a living memory, embedding language deep within your heart. By weaving passion into every listening, shadowing, and journaling session, you turn practice from a chore into a celebration, where your growth is guided by excitement and authentic connection. When you face new challenges with curiosity and empathy, your confidence grows, enabling you to communicate with warmth and clarity while enjoying every step on your path to fluency. I want to thank you for investing your time and emotions in this workshop, as your dedication to reconnecting with English breathes fresh life into your learning and inspires others. If you found value today, please like this video and subscribe to English Weaver for more heartfelt lessons designed to ignite your passion and deepen your connection to English. Now I would love to hear from you, so leave a comment below and tell me which emotional technique resonated most, or share a moment when English moved you deeply. What topic or story would you like us to explore next in English Weaver, and how do you plan to infuse emotion into your future practice? Let me know in the comments. Your feedback shapes our content, so please help us tailor upcoming episodes to your interests, ensuring every lesson sparks joy, curiosity, and genuine feeling. Remember that every word you listen to, speak, or write can carry emotion, so continue seeking stories, songs, and scenes that touch your heart and fuel your learning. With each step forward, celebrate your emotional breakthroughs, honoring how far you have come, and embracing the endless possibilities ahead in your language journey. Thank you again for joining English Weaver today, and may your renewed love for English continue to inspire your daily practice and personal growth. Until next time, stay curious, stay passionate, and keep weaving your emotions into every moment with English, because that is where true fluency begins. I look forward to reading your thoughts and suggestions below, and I cannot wait to embark on our next adventure together in the world of emotions and English learning.